And here we are in the game. The process here is going to be very similar to what we just did in the TGA method, but I'll go over all of it. First, let's bring up the console. Now set your frame rate again. Host _ frame rate 30 or whatever one you want. Next, we're going to tell it to start recording. Type in start movie space the name of your movie, which I'll call flyby-Huffyuv, then space AVI, which is what lets us record to an AVI file. Then press enter. Okay, now don't press anything. Here's where things get tricky. If you're lucky, you had a recorder menu pop up like you saw earlier, asking you to select your codec, in which case just select Huffyuv and press OK. If you're unlucky, it looks like your computer froze on you. Well, the good news is your computer is not frozen. What happened is the dialog box came up, you just can't see it. Remember earlier how I said Huffyuv was the only codec I had that started with an H? Well, odds are it's the same for you. If so, just press the H key, then Tab, then Enter. That will select the Huffyuv codec, which will already be configured because we made a recording with it earlier. If you have more than one codec that starts with an H, you'll have to press H multiple times until you reach it. I realize this is a pretty makeshift method of recording, but we have to deal with these bugs somehow. This is guerrilla warfare AVI recording, people. You may as well be dodging bullets. Okay, back to the console. Notice how it says it's ready to start recording the movie. We're good now. Now type play demo space demo 2. Andrew Jackson was another interesting American president. He was in 13 pistol duels, mostly over insults towards his wife. In one, he was shot in the rib cage, but still stayed on his feet, then returned fire and killed the other man. He was also the first president to have an assassination attempt. His assailant came at him with akimbo pistols, but they both misfired, which prompted Jackson to rush at him and start beating him with his cane. At his funeral, his pet parrot started shouting obscenities and had to be removed. Okay, the rest of this is going to be the same as before. It's going to be choppy, but the end result will be smooth and an AVI. And a reminder, don't bring up the console unless you're prepared to end the video. It's like the saying, don't point a gun at anything unless you're prepared to shoot it. Same deal. Also, never switch your focus to another window while recording like this, or else it will mess it up too. And like before, type End Movie, and we're done recording our clip. Now we still have an extra step, which I'll talk about now. Let's head back to Virtual Dub.